Hey folks, today's interview question has to do with shell scripting. Why do we even care about shell scripting in our field? Is because it's used ubiquitously in our day-to-day jobs. The most common one is when we write pipeline CI/CD pipelines. More often than not, they're really shell scripts underneath, right? That's what we're really writing to do X, Y, Z, and then something else, and then something else, and something else. So that's why shell scripting is needed for our jobs, and that's why often you would find shell scripting questions in the interviews. Before I start though, please subscribe to my channel. That motivates me to do more videos like this every day. All right, let's get going. The question today is, how would you use a bash script to monitor the disk usage on a server and send an alert if it exceeds certain thresholds, right? That's the question. So yeah, right. We can get right to it. So the answer. First, we in the script we will use something like a df command to get the current state of usage of the volumes that are on the server, right? And then we're going to parse the output to get what we need. We need to know what percentage of usage is happening. You know, you may have to do this little arithmetic, which is totally available in Bash. Then you figure out, let's say this threshold to alert on is 70%, and you figure out in your script what percentage is actually being used. And then we use some kind of if then else kind of block. If it's more than 70%, right? Then we're going to send an alert. Now, how do we send an alert? It depends on what we actually use for alerting, right? Let's say we're using Nagios, or we're using Prometheus, or using some third-party agent like Datadog or what have you, right? So whatever that is, right, there's going to be some component on your server that is able to send that little message either through the email command or sendmail command or some kind of agent command or some kind of metric that Prometheus can grab, and so on and so forth. So the last step in this process is to send some kind of message to something in the script that gets picked up by the alerting tool that's being used in your company. Those are the steps in the shell script that you would be using. It's not likely that they're going to ask you to write a shell script on the fly. If that is the case, then it's part of a coding interview. Generally speaking, they just want to know that you know how to do this step by step, right? Hope this was useful to you, and I will see you in the next video.